Welcome back to Mango Plays Mass Effect, and we are with Caden and I believe Ashley? Yes, Caden and Ashley in the Citadel. Now, if I have a look at the map, we just visited with the consort. Okay, I remember where we're at. Let's go. I did write a note from the previous episode. I've got to go. I noticed it. Words. Mango. Do. The note says, look for fist in bar club. Which is, you know, a bit confused. What on earth? Oh yeah, press shift to run again and that happens. So what I noticed when I was editing the last episode, we were in Chora's den. That was it. And a little cutscene happened. And then I ended up talking to a guy and I completely forgot about the little cutscene. So I want to go back to Chora's den and see if there was like a side area or something. If I remember correctly, let's have a look at the codex. We got loads of stuff. It was a non-council race.
The Elcor are
was it the no? It was the Krogan.
In a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds. Even though these worlds were already inhabited, the Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
So it was basically, I think, 2 Krogans, the cutscene. And I think one of them was looking to speak to a guy called Fist. I think that's basically what it was.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Interesting. Maiden, matron, and matriarch. Okay, cool. So we won't see any male Asari? Is that basically what just understood? It seems like it. I don't know what parthenogenesis means. I'm assuming it's basically what is explained just here, which is very interesting. Let's find out about the Solarians.
The second species
to
join
them.
The Citadel, the Solarians are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Solarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the Genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
Ooh, and we got the quest from a Solarian then, I didn't know they were Solarians at that point, to... Actually, it's probably best if I have a look in the journal. What is it? No, scan the Keepers. And they said they know nothing about the Keepers. So potentially they do know something, like more than they're letting on. No, can't. You're always running and go. Stop hitting shift. Okay. Who's Jenna? Over there. Okay, we can talk to Jenna then. So yes, this dude. No. Ah, look there. This is the doorway. Because I spoke to this dude, Harkin, and completely just forgot that we had the cutscene beforehand with this Krogan bouncer.
Back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
Alright, investigate. Who's Fist?
Who's Fist?
He owns this club, but the customers have to stay out front.
What did that other Krogan want? Wrex?
Personal matter.
Not real chatty, is he?
Alright, I'm going.
Goodbye.
Enjoy the club.
So we can't get in here then. We can't get past the bouncer. But cool. So we do... I wasn't imagining things. When I saw that cutscene, I was like, oh, Mango, you didn't investigate. So that's probably going to be a storyline we can come back to later, which is very interesting. Sorry, I'm swinging my camera wildly. I'll attempt to stop that. Anyway, let's explore. So we've been to this shop. Let's go up the stairs. Let's have a good old look around. What? No, sorry. I'm using E to interact. It's not. That sends them, my crew, to places. Maybe. Yeah, I think I've lost one of them now. Oh no. Matey boy, you stuck. You are. Come on. Here. Right, how do I stop you? Oh, I forget how to give them orders. Right, are we good? Are you going to now follow me? Aiden. Yeah, right, good. So, oh, there's a keeper to scan. Weird little alcove here. Okay, I don't know where I am. Let's have a look on the map. We're in an alleyway, of course we are. Oh. So it's been uploaded to the database. They don't seem to notice, which is good. Or bad, I don't know. Let's find, did I open it? I did. Cool. To Presidum. What's this? Hello? Okay, cool. Damn it! Stop pressing E to interact with stuff. Right. Oh, so we're on like the balcony level here.
Commander
Emily
Shepard.
Wong.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard.
Yes?
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
Oh, do we talk to journalists? What is it?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
How investigations are linked.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You've got to have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. According to your file, you survived back on Akuz when everyone else in your squad got killed. If anyone can find the worst elements of the Citadel and live to tell about it, it's you.
Oh, she's doing the flattery trick, isn't she?
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about.
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
We'll see.
No promises. But if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
I might. But what is your case? This is like... Right, apparently we got a journal entry. This might help. Reporters request. Report named Emily Wong's asked you to help uncovering corruption. So just look at the information. As you investigate Citadel, be on the lookout for information that might help Miss Wong. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, so... I've forgotten. You're Solarians? No. hang on. Sorry, guys. So council races.
They're
They're Asari, and Solarians are these guys, right? Cool.
The Solarians are warm.
Let's have a look at the Citadel
The
options.
Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council Chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
Interesting, and it's got this beautiful shot here.
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
I forget, what year is it now? I think if I close this, I can click on secondary. Personal history survive. No. Statistics. I know I've read something. Timeline, here we go. Probably down at the bottom. So... No. 2165, and we're in 2183. So, oh yeah, I did say it was like 17 years ago or something, right? So there is stuff still flashing in here. Cool. Because I don't want to miss anything. Let's listen to
Citadel is an ancient deep
the Spectres.
Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
Oh, very interesting, this last paragraph. So, kind of makes sense based on what we found out about the Solarians. They wanted this shadowy organization, the Spectres. But what we learned about the Krogan rebellions and how basically genocide was done, that was an assignment of a Spectre in the Council. Ooh, I'm not sure I like the Council. Okay, anyway. I haven't really investigated this room fully. What is this room? there's a med clinic over there, which we do need to go to. So let's go over there and see. Was this the door I just came through? Oh, I'm getting lost already. Yes, I think so, because, damn it, because that's where we came from. So this is to the, this is a elevator, right? Okay. I think I understand a bit more. Let's go through. Come on, I'm getting lost. I hate it. So we got the scenic view we can observe. Oh, definitely. Oh, that's the loading screen. This section, obviously not without, Shepard isn't there for the loading screen, or Ashley.
Big place.
Yep.
That your professional opinion, sir?
Let's go. He's right, Chief. This scope is amazing. No wonder they need us. He's right, Chief.
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
We have to work to measure up. Melting pot is inadequate. Big carb, why keep humans out? Let's work to measure up, right? We're proud of the human race, but we know that we need to elevate ourselves to join the club.
The council represents more races than I thought. No wonder they're careful with newcomers.
They probably just want to keep everything running. It has to be hard keeping all these cultures working together.
Agreed, Caden.
Or maybe they just don't like humans.
What's not to like? Let's move out. That's enough, you two. Let's move out.
All right, secure the chatter. We're all FNGs here, but we don't need to make it obvious.
What's FNG stand for? Okay, I'm assuming it's some sort of military jargon like FUBAR. Hello. It wasn't many years, but it was, I was quite old before I understood what FUBAR meant. Anybody else to NASA with here? Or over here? It's cool. Really nice color palette even. I like it. Okay. So this is the med clinic door. And we've got another shuttle system. Oh, hello. We can scan. So how many of these do I need to do? Scan the keepers. No idea. Is this a door I can go through? No. Locked. We need special view of nebula. Oh. Okay, we got codex entry. So here? Maybe here? Planets and locations?
The terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
I kind of get that. Does make a lot of sense. But also, how awful would it be to be basically, in essence, abandoned by the Council there?
Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157.
Want to know about this?
At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human fleet attempting to activate a relay, they attacked. One human vessel survived, retreating to the colony of Shanxi. The Turians followed, quickly defeating the local forces. Shanxi was occupied, the first and to date only human world to be conquered by an alien species. The Turians believed the handful of ships they defeated represented the bulk of human defenses, so they were unprepared when the Second Fleet, under Admiral Castany Drescher, launched a strong counteroffensive, evicting them from Shanxi. The Turians mobilized for full-scale war, drawing the attention of the rest of the galaxy. The Council quickly intervened, forcing a truce. Fortunately for humanity, the First Contact War was ended with a diplomatic solution.
Okay, this makes a lot of sense. So, my understanding at this point in time is us humans found a, what is it called? The mass relay. Or, well, no. Non-extinct races. Here we go. Protheans, right? So, Protheans, we found some of their technology on Mars, which allowed us to understand how to use this Mass Effect transport system. And from what we've just learned, that, well,
humanity's first contact with
the
alien race occurred in 2157.
I can't make him be quiet. Anyway, so I waited for the dude to finish talking. So, Humanity and Systems Alliance. So, we were in this alliance, which the alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, which the council was like, whoa, that's dangerous. And that's why we were attacked by the Turians. And then they, basically, we nearly went to full-scale war, but the council intervened and said no, diplomacy. So that's kind of interesting, because I was interested in the First Contact War and what that was about. Anyway, what's the Systems Alliance?
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
That's really cool. And realistically, that is what we would need to do as humanity to explore. We would have to unite. It wouldn't be just, nations against nations. I am curious about this, why it's just America on the symbol. But hey, at least it's not just North America. So, didn't find out about the nebula. We'll find that in the codex later, but I am slowly catching up with the codex entries, I think. Ooh, you got stuck. Okay, where am I going? Oh, sorry. I'm going to the med clinic. So let's do that. I think this is one of the main quests.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or we'll... Who are you? Let her go.
We may have made a mistake pulling up. Oh. We know this person? Oh, okay. Can I shoot, please? Here we go. Nice. Right. Let's get into thingy. It's like very spread, my fire. I'm not sure I'm a fan of it. Oh, there was a fire containment system I could have shot at. Oh, that's interesting.
We're good, Commander.
Yeah. Put our weapons away. So I did sort of think when we came in and just immediately drew our weapon, I was like, it might be a bit of an issue. All right. It's Garrus. Garrus was the dude who was talking to the guy I like, the guy that runs the cops basically on this station, and it was like, stall the council. I'm still looking into stuff. Right?
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Nice shot. Yeah, let's compliment.
You took him down clean.
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
Who are those men? We can protect you. Tell me what happened. I don't like this one because they don't necessarily need protection at this point in time. And it can actually feel insulting to certain people, you know, to immediately assume that they require protection. They required help at that point, but I mean, technically, if we came in and didn't draw our weapon, they might not needed our protection. Just ask. Tell me what happened.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They work for Fist.
We know who Fist is.
Shut me up. Keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
What about Saren? We are interested in that, but let's continue the conversation. A nice flow for Dr. Michelle. They want to talk about the Quarian, right? That's interesting. So we know Fist owns that club downstairs. Forgotten the name of it already. Sorry.
What Quarian?
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Go on.
Then what?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker? That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
I don't think I need evidence on this. That is a very logical step. If we know the Fisk is working for Saren, and although that kind of means the Quarian would have gone to Fisk, so wouldn't Saren have? Anyway, anything else? Let's ask the question.
What else can you tell me about the Quarian?
I'm not sure. Like I said, she wanted to trade information for a place to hide. She didn't... Wait a minute. Geth. Her information had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There's no way the Council can ignore this.
We need to find her, but Fist has her. We don't have anything yet. We don't have anything yet, is where I feel. But I also want to say we need to find her. Let's say we need to find her.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
Why do you hate Saren?
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
You made your case.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
You know, we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Wrex to take him out.
Oh.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
We could use him.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the CSEC Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Wrex in for a little talk. If you hurry, you can catch him at the Academy before he leaves.
Okay.
Move out.
What on earth is going on here? Oh, do I have to get rid of someone? Like, can I only have 2 people with me? Ooh, okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so we can examine squad? Shepard. Okay, so... if I bring them in, we get some tech and biotic strength. We bring you in, get more combat. But yeah, we can't have... Oh. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring Kaidan and Garrus. Yes. Where did Ashley go? Interesting.
If you feel lucky, we should visit the casino over in Flux.
Ooh, do we feel lucky?
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Fist's thugs, Commander. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
That's no question.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance. I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Okay, fair enough.
You're a doctor.
Oh.
How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My
Alright,
parents
fair
brought
enough.
me here when I was young. My father was a medic with the Alliance.
So
I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up
she's
wounded
breaking my
soldiers
concentration.
isn't my idea of fun.
Alright, so we can ask for supplies. I don't think I need supplies right now, and
Commander, nice talking to you.
I feel like it's rude to do that. Like, in essence, that kind of means that I'm getting paid for helping them out, and no, not. It doesn't. No, it doesn't fit, Shepard. Right. Anyway, so I don't want to immediately run over and get this Wrex person because.
Don't kid yourself. It's even bigger than it looks.
How would you know?
I got a tour. One of 500 to see the Ascension from the inside out.
Really?
Took almost 6 hours and we only saw 1/10 of the ship. I even got to meet the commander.
Matriarch Ladanya. You met her?
Well, she addressed everyone on the tour, but I got pretty close to her.
Huh, just look at that ship. You'd have to be stupid to mess with that.
Very true. She's got almost as much firepower as the rest of the Asari fleet combined.
Hopefully, she'll never need to use it.
Indeed. Okay, we did get a bit of codex. Oh, here we go. Squad. Of course, he's got points. Oh, you've got first aid? Hey. Increase the amount of health restored by first aid. Turian agent, what's this? The required military service of his people has given Garrus expert training in assault and sniper rifles. Ugh. Alright. Get a few more of that, and then I'm going to put some stuff into decryption as well. Hayden, no, none of us got points. And then journal, Citadel, exposed Saren. So that's what we're working on now. But this Wrex. So yep, we got Simon, scan the keepers, strange transmission, unusual readings, which I don't think is on the Citadel. But we did get a codex entry. So let's have a look at primary. Non-council races is still flashing.
The Elcor are a Citadel species.
Listen to the
driven from their
Quarians.
home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago. Most Quarians now live aboard the migrant fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts.
Ooh. So yes, I had heard the name Quarians before, probably when we listened to the information about the Geth. So they are the Geth's creators, basically. Okay, that's very interesting. I like the pilgrimage bit. Let's see what else. Let's learn about our weapons and armor a bit.
Hard suits.
No, we've
use a
read
dual
that one.
layer. Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
I love this. All of this information we're given here. So it's only protective if the thing is coming at you with a certain amount of force. So does that mean that you could punch through a shield? That's curious to me. But you can definitely sit down and stuff. That's cool.
Medigel is a common medicinal salve used by paramedics, EMTs, and military personnel. It combines several useful applications: a local anesthetic, disinfectant, and clotting agent all in one. Once applied, the gel is designed to grip tight to flesh until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound. It is sealable against liquids, most notably blood, as well as contaminants and gases. The gel is a genetically engineered bioplasm created by the CERTA Foundation, a medical technology megacorp based on Earth. Technically, Medigel violates Council laws against genetic engineering, but to date, it has proved far too useful to ban.
Ah, so genetic engineering is banned. So that's interesting to know. Also, this is really cool. Grip tight until subjected to a frequency of ultrasound, because that's, like, explains how they can get it off to then actually repair you properly. However, wouldn't you, as the opposing side, create something that could just emit the frequency of ultrasound to remove people's Medigel? Am I just evil thinking that way? Probably. Okay, welcome to the wards. Examine. Yes, please. Okay, we got a codex entry. Oh dear. Was it on secondary? I don't know. Once I've caught up, we'll see the flashing stuff, and then we can read.
Biotics is the ability.
Oh, we've done that one.
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines, propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common.
That's very interesting, especially with like what's happening in the world with AI. So VI is basically machine learning in today's terms, what I can tell, in computer tech terms. Which machine learning, yeah, pretty cool. Very interesting here that the whole software emulation of living personalities is illegal. Anyway, now we're caught up on the primary. So anything flashing on the primary is what we've just learned, got. Guess it was Citadel? These diplomatic talks occurred in the wake of Krogan rebellions as a response to the destruction of the conflict and an attempt to distance the Council from the brutal Krogan warfare. So this is the Citadel Conventions. So is this like basically the Geneva Convention? Because basically what was described about Krogan was a legitimate war crime. The conventions regulate the use of weapons of mass destruction. A WMD causes environmental alteration to a world. A bomb that produces a large crater is not considered WMD. A bomb that causes a nuclear winter is. Yeah, makes sense. Use of WMD is forbidden on garden worlds like Earth, with ecospheres that can readily support population. If a habitable world is destroyed, it will not be replaced for millions of years. The conventions do not forbid the use of WMD on hostile worlds or in sealed space station environments. Huh? So, if it's a habitable world, but it's a hostile world, as in the people are considered hostile. Like, this is where legal jargon and terminology can really allow people to use loopholes, because I think what this is supposed to mean is hostile as in hostile to live on. But we've already learned that what race is? Sorry, my brain struggles. The shorter race with the mask, the breathing mask, what's habitable to them is not habitable to us. So is that considered a habitable world because they could live on it? Or is it a hostile world because we can't? Again, so many loopholes here. But yeah, is hostile world the environment or the people on it? Interesting. Many militaries continue to develop and maintain stockpiles. Of course they do. The Convention's graded weapons of mass destruction into tiers of concern. Tier 1 is the greatest threat to galactic peace. Large kinetic impactors such as asteroid drops or deorbiting space stations, effectively free and available in any system, in the form of debris left over from planetary accretion. Kinetic impactors are the weapon of choice for terrorists and third galaxy nations. So basically lobbing a moon at a place, or exploding a moon and then lobbing the debris, maybe? So that's the worst. Greatest threat. And terrorists use it. Okay. Tier 2, uncontrolled self-replicating weapons such as nanotechnology, viral or bacteriological organisms, von Neumann devices, and destructive computer viruses. These weapons can lie dormant for millennia, waiting for a careless visitor to carry them to another world. True. But they're not always going to be man-made, right? And then Tier 3, large energy burst weapons such as nuclear or antimatter warheads. And Tier 4, alien species deliberately introduced to crowd out native forms necessary for the health of an ecosystem. Ecological tampering can take years to bear fruit, making it difficult to prove. Yeah. And it's also really, really bad. Oh, here we go. Serpent Nebula. The Citadel is surrounded by a blue-tinted reflection nebula. The light of the nebula is actually light from the Citadel, scattered and reflected back at the station. At first, the Serpent Nebula was assumed to be made of microscopic construction debris. Prevailing theory holds that the Protheans even used molecular nanotechnology to manufacture the incredible durable materials used in the Citadel. But unlike other nebulae, the Serpent does not dissipate over time, therefore it must be replenished constantly. The current popular theory is that non-recyclable waste collected by the Citadel's keepers is somehow rendered down to the atomic or molecular level and injected into the cloud. The thick nebula presents a navigational hazard. Beyond the relatively clear areas around the Citadel, electrical discharges are common. These are not blocked by kinetic barriers and can severely damage metal-framed starships. In addition, some dense knots of dust can overwhelm the repulsion of kinetic barriers on smaller ships. If such a vessel is moving fast enough at the time, the effects are similar to being hit by a sandblaster. Oof! Attempting to reach the Citadel through open space navigation is unadvisable. The only safe approach is through the various mass relays that orbit it. So by the sounds of this, that's by design. Because it's bottlenecking. That legitimately is, a military tactic. Very, very smart military tactic, because you're going to know you only have, rather than 360 by 360 degrees of where you need to look for potential threats, you're only going to need to look, at a quarter of that size for potential threats, which is really cool. Okay, I have no idea what I read here. We'll find out later on. So that's to Flux. Do I need to go to Flux for anything at the moment? So this is plot. Ooh, so that's a store. Okay, so there's a store in the Orbit market, which is an expat store. Destination, mineral, point of interest, debris. I'm slowly learning stuff. It's gonna take me a while. Okay, where we go? What's this way? I forget.
Oh.
So yeah, I want to go visit with the banker, I think.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you going to give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help you.
But what do you...
Can't help you.
That's pretty standard on Earth. Like, no, I'm not on your side. You don't keep your receipt, mate. Oh, there's the expat.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
Tell me about Noveria.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy.
Okay.
I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
I like this dude's voice acting.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time.
Happy to help.
Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
I'm sure I will, and then I won't be able to find it in my blimming inventory. Heavy... Oh, wow. Medigel upgrade. Elcos Combined License. Elcos Combined License for the Normandy Quartermaster. I'm sure I bought that last time. It's only 100 credits. I'm going to buy it. Oh. Accept. Oh, right. So I can sell stuff. That's what these are. Okay. Can I sell all junk? I've got no junk, apparently. We got something from the Codex. In the primary, yes.
Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta Cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization, as little open ground remains for agriculture. The only sizable freshwater sources are the poles, which are tapped by the decaying Prothean aqueduct systems. The dead cities, while in good condition considering their antiquity, are of uncertain stability. Ground level is congested by a dozen meters of fallen debris, and the air is fouled by dust. In 2178, the Human Exogeny Corporation announced its intention to place a permanent colony on Pharos to thoroughly explore the ruins. The pioneer settlement was placed on the upper levels of several intact skyscrapers, using the surviving Prothean aqueducts and rooftop hydroponic gardens to support the population.
I hope we get to go to these places.
Noveria is a cool, rocky world with most of its hydrosphere locked up in massive glaciers. A privately chartered colony world, the planet is owned by the Noveria Development Corporation Holding Company. The NDC is funded by investment capital from 24 high-technology development firms and administrated by an executive board representing their interests. The investors built remote hot labs in isolated locations across Noveria's surface. These facilities are used for research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere, as Noveria is technically not part of Citadel space and therefore exempt from council law.
So genetic engineering?
Arrangement, Citadel's special tactics and reconnaissance agents have been granted extraterritorial privileges, but it remains to be seen how committed the executive board is to that principle. Given its unique situation, It is understandable that Noveria is often implicated in all manner of wild conspiracy theories.
It's very interesting and honestly terrifying. The fact that, like, all of these corporations seem to be owning planets is terrifying.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Oh. Alright, anyone else to natter with? Oh.
Is that really? Wow! It's you!
It's me!
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Okay, pleasure's all mine. Hello, who are you? Pleasure's all mine.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
Ooh, no, we did not. I just tried to help. Leave me alone, really. I just tried to help.
I spend most of the time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
I suppose. Weird.
Here you go.
But I'm polite.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again.
You're welcome. We got something in the journal for that. Okay. The fan. We've been approached by Comrade Werner. He seemed like a harmless fan. You probably haven't seen the last Conrad. What harm would there be in talking with me if you meet again? I'm terrified. I'm terrified. What do you think, Caden?
Too many lights, too much noise.
Fair enough.
Anything you want, you can find for sale in the wards, legal or otherwise.
Aren't you part of, like, the cops? So I really shouldn't do anything illegal in front of you. Can we talk to anyone in here? No. Okay, cool. I'm still very much in explore mode. Part of me wants to just go and do the quests because they're exciting and fun, but I'm also really loving exploring. Who's Morlan? Where's Morlan? Morlan's over there. Oh, we've talked to Morlan before. So this is opposite Fisk's place. Fisk's place, even. If I remember rightly. Yeah, Chora's Den. Okay. I don't want to go there just yet. Let's go to precise wards locations, markets, and med clinic. Poseidon locations. Embassies. I want to visit with the banker, right? The bank. So we went over here and we went left and sort of like talked with the consort. So let's go over this way and I think go this go right. This time around. God, it's so pretty. Love it. I really want to look at this statue as well because that's the Krogan, I believe. To see second embassies. Oh yeah, behind us. Cool. I was like, am I going the wrong way? Welcome to the Poseidon. We got a codex entry. Where? Citadel, maybe? We read the conventions. Let's read about the security services. Citadel Security is a volunteer police service answering to the Citadel Council. The 200,000 constables of CSEC are responsible for maintaining public order in the densely populated Citadel. They also provide pirate suppression, customs informants, and search and rescue throughout the Citadel clusters even. So they have 6 divisions: enforcement, uniformed officers who patrol the Citadel and respond to emergencies. I've not seen any of those. Investigation, detectives who puzzle out the truth behind crimes and bring perpetrators to justice. So matey boy with us is probably a detective. Customs screens the thousands of passengers and cargo containers that pass through the Citadel's ports every day. Network deals with cyber crimes like identity and copyright theft, hacking and viral attacks, and illegal artificial intelligence. Ooh, AI is illegal? Cool. Love it. Special response deals with hostage situation bombs and heavily armed criminals. In the likely event that attackers board the Citadel, they're also the front line of defense, armed with military-grade equipment. Patrol, which is the naval arm with ships stationed throughout the Citadel cluster. Unlike the other divisions, they are rarely seen at the Citadel, nor do they stay in one place for long. Joining CSEC is prestigious. Applications must be sponsored by a Citadel counselor. or the ambassador of an associate council race. Generally, applicants have many years of distinguished service in the military or police force of their nation. As an inexperienced applicant with demonstrable talent will be fairly considered. CSEC and the Spectres are often odds. Many CSEC members, notably current executor. I don't know why I can't do this word. Venari Palin believe that allowing Spectres to be above the law is a dangerous practice. Agreed. The actions of Saren Atterus lend credence to this position. Spectres, in turn, are aggravated when CSEC's dedication to procedure and due process hampers their investigations, which I understand from the other side as well. I hate understanding. Right, can we go down here to get over there? Hopefully. Oh, a little scanny. Still don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this, but hey, I'm earning money. Right. Yes, I want to find out about this. Avina, will you tell me about it?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the council.
Good, because basically they gave their lives for you. Let's ask about the Rachni Wars.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
That's a little extreme.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
I'm really curious. The reason I know that... Right. Some of you be going, we know that the the virtual intelligence, won't respond. I'm going to ask, because I'm really curious if we're going to able to, like, is there an AI hiding and we can trip them up and like they will give their judgment, and that's going to be really interesting when it happens. Let's ask about the memorial statue.
Why did the council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten.
Agreed.
The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Interesting here. I'm not going to say serves them right because I don't agree. So we've always got to remember history is written by the victors. So there may be some details that have been sanded off in the retelling. So, yeah. We done that one. That's the Krogan rebellions.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
Does sound like a vicious cycle. Interesting. Considering who we got with us, I'm not going to comment on it. We got a Turian with us.
That's
got their name.
Thank you for using Avina.
Garrus. And we got a Codex entry. Oof. Secondary codex entry. Personal history summary? No, we've read that. Krogan rebellions. After the Rachni War, the quick-breeding Krogan expanded at the expense of their neighbours. Warlords leveraged their veteran soldiers to seize living space, while the council races were still grateful. Over centuries, the Krogan conquered world after world. There was always just one more needed. When the council finally demanded withdrawal from the Asari colony of Lucia, Krogan overlord Kredek stormed off the Citadel, daring the council to take their worlds back. The council had taken precautions. Their finest STG operators, so that's the Spectres, right? And Asari huntresses had been drafted into a covert observation force, the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. The Spectres opened the war with crippling strategic strikes. Krogan planets went dark as computer viruses flooded the extranet. So basically, they did all of those war crimes then. Sabotaged antimatter refineries disappeared in blue-white annihilation. Headquarters stations shattered into orbit, clogging debris, rammed by pre-placed suicide freighters. Still, this only delayed the inevitable. The war would have been lost if not for first contact with the Turians, who responded to Krogan threats with a prompt declaration of war. Being on the far side of Krogan space from the Council, the Turians advanced rapidly into the lightly defended Krogan rear areas. The Krogan responded by dropping space stations and asteroids on Turian colonies. 3 worlds were rendered completely uninhabitable. Oh, so the Krogans did their own war crimes too. This was precisely the wrong approach to take with the Turians. Each is first and foremost a public servant, willing to risk his life to protect his comrades. Rather than increasing public war wariness, Krogan tactics stiffened Turian resolve. Oh. The rival Turian task force saved many worlds from the warlords' marauding fleets, but it took development of the genophage bioweapon to end the war. There were decades of unrest afterwards. Rogue warlords and holdout groups of insurgents refused to surrender or disappeared into the frontier systems to become pirates. Oh, very interesting. Something that is kind of interesting is the fact that the convention doesn't mention bioweapons, which, as far as I remember, which honestly seems like a waste, a stupid moment, realistically. So we're going to the Emporium. There's the bank, right? Which is where someone doesn't see it appear on the plot as a quest, but I'm sure like there's supposed to be something here. Hello, you're cool.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Let's ask about your speech.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates.
Oh.
And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
These are Hanar. Okay. Let's ask the personal question.
Who are you?
Della.
This one's face name is
Did I not? So I asked this already.
This place simply refer to it
Whoops.
as Delan.
Delan.
Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Okay, so let's ask about
What
the goods.
exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
I'd like to see these rare and wonderful items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
You upgrades. Okay. Cryo Explosive 2. Cryo upgraded grenades contain a small Bose Einstein condensate, a mass of supercooled subatomic particles. When detonated, they're capable of snap freezing nearby targets. Okay. Hammerhead rounds, also called squash projectiles, is designed to flatten on impact, increasing the amount of physical force transferred to the target. Especially calibrated sights can increase weapon accuracy. That's cool. And we got a codex entry. Oh dear. So many codex entries. Okay, it's in here, so I'm just gonna ignore that for the moment. What's up here? Am I allowed into your back room? Just... Whoa. Okay, got a scan on a keeper. So, nothing really up here other than the keeper. You're shopping. So are you. Same with you guys. Okay, cool. Let's go to the bank. Pretty sure I was told to go to the bank for the guy who is sneaky with money.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
Have we met?
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed.
Fair enough.
I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I need your help as I told to you need information. I need your help.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker.
That's it, Shadow
Do you have
Broker.
any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
Can we make a deal?
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you.
Being polite worked here.
What's the catch?
Hello, Gareth.
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
Serves him right, he's not the only one. What a shock. I'm going to say he's not the only one. We you know, the enemy of my enemy is the friend type thing.
Saren's turned on a lot of people lately.
I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
I think I know him. His name's Wrex.
Yes, I believe he's the one. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the CSEC Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with CSEC?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Okay, let's ask personal questions.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed.
I get that. Privacy.
For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Okay. The Shadow Broker.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder.
Ooh.
Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
So I reckon he doesn't always give it to the highest bidder then. Because, yeah, otherwise there would be a balance that would go wrong.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
You don't like that.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Cool.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
So we basically got the same information as we did from Garrus about Wrex. So it seems like there is like one route through this particular part of the story, which makes sense. It's right at the beginning. Let's have a quick... I pressed the wrong button. Let's have a quick nose. So we can go around, and then we can use the rapid transit over here. I just want to have a look at what's here. I just want to have a nose around for the moment, and then yeah, we will have a look at our journal actually. So the fan, I think, will just happen naturally. Reporters' requests will happen naturally. Scan the keepers. I am working on it. So we've got to go back to back over the other side for Wrex. Okay, cool. This is gorgeous. Hello. Yeah?
Sure is peaceful here.
That's what I was thinking. I would do exactly what that dude's doing. Just have a little chill. I mean, the fountains would make me need to use the facilities pretty quickly, but... Oh, sitting on this bench over here, beautiful. You can just watch the fountains, the peacefulness. Lovely. Yeah, don't blame you, love. You got tummy problems? That's sure. Okay. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Okay. Sorry. I am just obsessed. So we got Ravina here, and then we got the scan. We talk to Ravina in each place.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Okay.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures.
Uh-huh.
Behind me is the spectacular relay monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation, oh my word.
Tell me about the relay monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the relay monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the relay monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Is there not a library here? Surely.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit.
Who we spoke to when we came in.
2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
That's a lot.
I'd like to hear more about the Council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the Council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
Makes a lot of sense. Keepers.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
That's all for now.
I'd be terrified of Keepers. I wouldn't want to be on this station. There isn't a single person that if I went to them, can you tell me how the life support system works, could tell me. Because apparently the Keepers won't talk, and nobody knows how it works. And apparently there isn't a library left by the Protheans. That's insane! Oh wow, okay. Technology?
Biotics is the ability.
Mass relays, here we go.
Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Yeah, because we did that once and it was a bad time, right? Okay.
50,000. Though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered Council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
Yeah, I don't know if they refuse to surrender.
The Elcor are a Citadel species native.
Hanar, there we go.
The Hanar are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kaje, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So talking to the different Avenas is actually giving me more lore, so I will do that and continue to do so. Oh, there's a Hanar over there. C-sec preaching Hanar.
You're not allowed in here.
Okay.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the Enkindlers to be spread.
Are you done talking?
The ambassadors have this beautiful park to relax in, but most of them are too busy to ever use it.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable C-Sec officer enlisted assistance?
Having trouble? What's the problem? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Are you allowed to preach here in the Presidium?
The words this unworthy one speaks are merely observations of the truth. The C-Sec officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
If that's all the C-Sec officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
I kind of get what you're saying, but...
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The C-Sec officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Yeah, but that's what every preacher thinks, so...
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Let me see what I can do.
Let me talk to the C-Sec officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please
I got
let
an area map.
know if success is achieved.
Profit dispute. And then journal. Tyrion C-Sec officer and religious Hanar arguing about whether the Hanar has the right to preach in the Presidium. Evidently, the Hanar is supposed to buy an evangelical permit, but has refused to do so. Let's speak with the officer. I kind of think the officer's in the right here, though.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Be more open-minded. What's the problem? It's not smart enough. Let the Hanar talk. What's the problem?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Investigate. Rules of permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
Reason for permit.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe.
Agreed.
The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Arrest it. Do I want to say arrest it? I don't think, because my thought process, right, is if I went and got a permit, then it would preach in the wrong areas. So that would be a problem.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
The stubborn jelly. Okay. Missions, assignments. Arguing whether they've got the right to preach. You've spoken with both the Hanar and the C-Sec officer presiding, but you still need to get either rid of the Hanar or convince the C-Sec officer to back off. Ooh, I feel like this might be a big choice.
Has the C-Sec officer been assuaged?
This isn't the way.
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language and gave the universe the mass relays.
Most people know that.
This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
This is unworthy of you. There's trouble anyway. Could I buy your permit?
What if I purchase the evangelical permit for you?
Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in order to speak the truth. However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
You do now.
150 credits? This should cover you.
This is a most appreciated action. You are not of the Hanar, but you wish to help spread the truth of the Enkindlers. This one will not cause any further trouble for the C-Sec officer. This one offers its thanks.
I don't know if I did right there, honestly. But hey, by paying for an evangelical permit, the Hanar, you were able to make both sides happy. The Hanar was left to preach in an appropriate location. So now all we got to do is inform the officer. Cool. Not that they didn't just see it.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
So I got an achievement called Sentinel Ally, which is very interesting. Ooh, if I scanned you, I have not. Do this. Scan. Okay. Let's... presses the wrong buttons. So... Go. Side. Financial embassies. I like the fact that you have to go to the place manually, so I'm assuming there's a place up here, before you can, like, fast travel there, which is nice. Wars location... Chora's Med Clinic. Where am I going? I have no idea. Let's just... let me look at my journal. Okay. Journal. So... Wrex. Oh, yes, of course. He's on this area. No! I can't. No. Blah, 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 blah. You are always running, Mango. You're always running. You don't need to hit shift. Yeah. C-Sec Academy. That's where we've got to go. Hello? Can I talk to you? Nope. Fair enough. I'm genuinely loving just wandering around, learning about this world, bumping into people. It's great. Financial district, academy, directions. You, I'll talk to you. C-Sec Academy. Is elevator leads down to C-Sec Academy. Alliance docking bay can be found there. Okay, cool. In we get, guys.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects.
Of course they are.
Opponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply.
That I can understand.
Colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Interesting, we're getting like news whilst we're using the lift. Plus lift music. It's great. Okay. So this is where people learn how to be CSEC officers, right? Ah, Wrex, you're here. Crap, I should have gone elsewhere first.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Wrex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name's Shepard.
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard. I've heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
I like that saying.
I think we're gonna get along just fine, Wrex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
I kind of like him. Okay, let's take Garius and Erdot. Erdnot even. Sorry, Caden. Let's go.
Every time I visit the Citadel, CSEC brings me here for a friendly chat.
I used to have an office here. Spent half my time doing paperwork.
Oh. Okay, well, we're going to have a little bit of an explore of CSEC Academy. Okay, that's an elevator. Fair enough. We'll have a look in a sec at that elevator, but is there anybody to talk to you over here? No. Okay. Interesting. What's down here? Seems like there's a shop down here. Yeah, requisition officer. Okay.
One sec. Looking you up.
Okay, your system is slow.
Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
Sure is.
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Okay, I need
Show
supplies.
me what you've got.
Excellent. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Okay, so there seems to be lots and lots of places to spend our cash. So far, I have not learned how to earn cash beyond getting 30, silver coins every time I scan one of the keepers. Alright, down here was the elevator. Let's go use it, find out where it goes. To CSEC Academy. I thought we were already in CSEC Academy.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Yep. Kind of makes sense, actually, that the Hanar would sort of go, oh, this looks like the Resident Evil corridor. Oh, no lasers, please. Yeah, so yeah, that makes sense. I like that. Oh, I like another keeper to scan. Ooh, there's a terminal we'll be able to hack, right? Scan has been uploaded to the database. Can I hack it? No, but I got codex entry. Oh, I've got squad stuff. Points. So they can warp. Rejects a powerful mass effect field that wreaks havoc on a subatomic level. Weakens armor and inflicts damage over time on enemies caught in the area of effect. Each point increases the duration. Barrier bolsters your kinetic shields with mass effect field that can absorb a massive amount of damage. Attacks that penetrate shields will also penetrate this barrier. Okay, and then Battlemaster. Wrex is one of the last true Krogan Battlemasters, as they are a dying breed. The rest of the galaxy is grateful. Bruise, health regeneration, physics resistance, melee damage. Okay. So, 5.5 health per second, 175 percent melee damage increase and increased physical forces. Sure, let's do that. Let's do this warp, right? Sure, there we go. Cool. Oh yeah, there was a codex entry. Something in secondary technology, maybe. We read this one. Communications. Real-time communication is possible thanks to networks of expensive mass relay convoys that can daisy-chain a transmission via lasers. Lasers! Convoys are maintained in patterns built outward from each mass relay. The buoys are a little more than a cluster of primitive miniature mass relays. Each individual buoy is connected to a partner on another buoy in the network, forming a corridor of low-mass space. Type being communication lasers are piped through these tubes of FTL space, allowing virtually instantaneous communication to anywhere on the network. Pretty cool. Networks connect across regions by communication lasers through mass relays. With this system, the only communication delay is the light lag between the source or destination and the closest buoy. As long as the parties remain within half a light second, 150,000 kilometers or kilometers? Kilometers, right? Of buoys, seamless real-time communications are possible. Since buoys are maintained in all travelled areas, most enjoy unlimited instant communication. Ships only suffer communications lag when operating off established deep space routes, around uninhabited outer system gas giants and other unsettled areas. During wartime, convoy networks are the first target attack. Yeah, they are. Once the network is severed, it can take anywhere from weeks to years to get a message out of a contested system. In systems where a buoy network has not yet been built or has been destroyed, rapid communication means ferrying information through high-speed courier ships and unmanned data drones. Pretty cool. We talked to Officer Lang.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right?
Right.
I saw the monument at Aku's. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle you survived.
Looks like you have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Give me info.
Why'd you join Citadel Security?
I don't know. Seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Maybe it's in my blood. My grandfather was a cop back on Earth. It's kind of what CSEC is. Police for the Citadel. I'm still pretty new at it, but I like it so far. Way more interesting than staying back on Earth. You get to meet all kinds of cool aliens, like those Hanar. Wild. Plus, CSEC gets a lot of respect here. We uphold the law. People, even aliens, appreciate that.
Oh?
How do you like working here on the Citadel?
This place is amazing. I've been here almost a year, and I still haven't seen a tenth of it. The Presidium's just so beautiful. Good place to go and relax. But I really like it here down in the wards. There's always something going on somewhere. Like that new club they just opened a few months ago, Flux. Wicked scene in there, Commander. You should check it out when you have some time.
I don't think we've found Flux yet. Tell me about the Spectres.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Just the stuff they show in the vids. They always make them out to be super agents on secret missions to save the galaxy. I know it's not really like that, though. Some of the other CSEC guys don't like them too much, figure they shouldn't be able to operate outside the law. But if they were so bad, the Council wouldn't use them, right?
Wrong. The Council like the results that happen.
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
Okay, that's everything.
I have to go.
Right. You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
We got saluted. Okay, so let's go up this way then. Where are we? Oh, we're over this way. Oh, look. It's the people have changed out. That's really cool. Yeah, it's where we, like, admired the view. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look in the map. Yeah, next to the alleyway. Where on earth am I going? I don't know. I'm being brutally honest. Okay. Just picked in the wrong place, I think. So, yeah, we've got to go take down Fist. That's it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, what is the best way? Markets and Chora's Den, this way. Cool. To Flux! Oh, come on then. Let's go investigate Flux. I'm sorry. We will complete the Wrex bit. Well, I don't know if we'll complete it, but we'll do the next part of the Wrex quest before I end the episode. But I did want to, you know, get the whole exploring done. I thought that was a door. I like the tunes.
Careful who you say that around.
What did you say?
Everyone knows Fist isn't with the local criminals.
Maybe, but I wouldn't go shouting it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, unless you want to end up on his hit list.
Yes, I heard he actually buried some corpses under the stage at Chora's den.
Whoa!
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yes, and it might explain the stench in that place.
Oh, yeah, I love these rumors and listening. Hey, can we dance? Fun. Okay.
It's out of my hands, Rita. I'd bring her back in a second, but she doesn't want to come.
I know. I'll see if I can talk some sense into her next time I see her.
Be careful. You know how stubborn your sister can be. The more you push and prod, the more she'll run away.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks, Doran.
Doran seems cool.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do for you?
What were you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Ugh, sorry. I don't want to bore you with my problems.
Okay, go on.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Chora's den. The problem is she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there.
I forgot to talk to her.
Find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
Yeah, I think I noticed Jenna as somebody to talk to. I was like, I'll talk to them in a minute, and then I got distracted by talking or going and finding Risk. Is she really Risk?
I assume CSEC is protecting her?
They can't watch her all the time. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Leave it to me.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Chora's den is.
Would you? That'd be great. Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's talk to Doran.
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do for you?
Is this a casino?
Among other things, yes. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Return Jenna.
What can you tell me about the sisters working for you?
Well, Jenna left to work at Chora's den. Now her sister Rita is all worried she might be in some kind of trouble. Not much chance Jenna will change her mind, though. She's a stubborn one. If she wanted to come back, I'd take her in a second. The customers loved her.
I'm liking how, like, my first impression of the Volus was they were incredibly, like, chip on their shoulder, have an issue. And then we've met 2 more Volvas since then, and, like, they all have very different personalities, which is very realistic, and I like that a lot.
Are you the owner?
Owner, cook, and bartender. I've even been known to dance a little when the mood strikes me. We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
No, thank you.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
Okay, that's cool. Yes, I'm very dedicated to getting all of the side quests done. Okay, cool. Let's just say hello. Oh, so yeah, we can actually play this game. Okay, come on then. Low stakes. 20 credits to play. Get close to 20 without going over. Okay. Add 1 to 8, add 4 and 7. Oh, is this like blackjack? Okay. I don't know how this will work. I'm so confused. I guess we can still go there. Payout is 5 credits. Alright, let's roll there and just get busted. Yeah. Oh dear. No thank you. Right. Yeah, so it's blackjack basically, but with a weird system it feels like. Oh, there's a bouncer to talk to. We'll talk to them and then we'll go to see Wrex.
Good to see another human.
No. Fist. Alright. Plenty of humans in there. I don't know what your problem is. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I'm excited. Although we will talk to Jenna. Yeah. I'm very much enjoying the Citadel. I think it's great. It's got enough. Ooh, it's got enough like space for it to feel a bit overwhelming, which you should feel with a city environment. But then it does feel like incredibly manageable to learn. The fact that I'm kind of learning my way around already is impressive, because I get lost in a paper bag. So yeah, I think it's this way. No, this way to Chora's. Yeah, we go through that door over there. We're at Chora's den. So yeah, you can pretty quickly go, okay, I know exactly how to you know, run around. And of course you've got the transits, which are very cool. Okay, Chora's den. We'll talk to Jenna, and then I guess we're talking with...
Looks like it's shut down.
What?
Fist knows we're coming.
Whoa! Whoa! God, that scared the living bejesus out of me. So I think I've got to let's get yeah, sniper rifle. Can I see? There is a fog over there. He's not popping out. There's the bartender. Blimey. Okay, let's get here. Can I shoot, please? Why can I not shoot? Okay. No idea. Whoa, 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 whoa. In the butt. Yeah, I have. Can I get some health? How do I get health again? I forget. Give me health? Was it V? That was V, yeah, there we go. So, what's the 3 thing again? Don't know. There's the bouncer we're dealing with. Something else over this way? Bouncer got up then. We got +1 to Medigel. There's 2 more over this way. Nice. 1 more. Where? Seems like he's there. I guess he's round the corner. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Done? Yep, done. Okay, so Jenna's not here. What did you say, sorry?
CSEC always turned a blind eye to what went on in here. I think Fist was paying someone off.
Fist had a good thing going here. Too bad he got greedy.
Indeed, but we do need to question Fist before you kill him, Wrex, okay? There was fire control system there. Containment system. Which could have helped me if I'd spotted it.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
You're making a mistake. Save yourself. It's them unless they work for best. Nobody threatens me. Save yourselves.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
I never liked Fist anyway. It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
We got some Paragon. That's amazing. So if we killed them, would we have got renegade stuff? I want to know. Yeah, weapon locker. Easy decryption, apparently. Begin manual override. Go. So I'll just take all for the moment. Worry about it later. Interested. It's a shame that. Okay. So that's Fist. I really don't want to kill him. Defenses turret, okay. Oh, this is overheating. Yeah, of course. Okay, let's switch. I haven't used the pistol yet, right? Right, pistol's pretty cool. Maybe that's what I use more of. Nice.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Yeah, smart move. I need information. Start talking. I need I want to say this one. I'm going to say
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's
liar
to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her.
What?
The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
You son of a bitch. Where's the meeting?
Give me the location. Now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
What are you doing? The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
He'd surrendered. Never do that again. He deserved it. He surrendered.
We don't shoot unarmed prisoners.
How many people died because of him? He brought this on himself. Besides, we have more pressing concerns.
That Quarian's dead if we don't go now.
Okay, get to the Quarian and warn her before it's too late. Quarian lost in 3 minutes. Ah! Okay, let's go. No, that's not... You don't... Come on, just run. Oh no, there's people out here. Okay. We are definitely going to need to do this. Come on. Right, I see anyone over there? Can't. Right, they're not coming out. Come on. We're just gonna have to tank the damage, guys. Right, he's down. Right, he's down. Come on. We've got to get to Quarian. Wow, you move fast. I like it. Okay, there is 2 more. Ah! Right, thank you guys. Is that it? Done? It is. Cool. Let's run. Are we all good? Yeah. My shields are down, but there's health. Where's... Hang on. Where am I going? That's talk to Jenna, which isn't available. They said in the markets? Right? I think. So, which markets? Up here, maybe? Come on, let me through. Let me through. I think if I put my gun away, I'll move faster, right? Yeah, there we go. Assassin.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
I like this person. Pretty smart. Oh, they're very smart. Oh yeah, I've got grenades. I can use grenades. Right? Yes. Haha! Grenades! Whoop. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't know who's friendly, who's not.
Get down.
Okay, can I get him? Oh, my gun's thingy-me-jogged. Right, can't get him. Now I can. Right. Inventory. Oh.
Just set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Are you okay?
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
A friend. I'm with the Alliance. I say someone who saved your life. With the Alliance.
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
We could take her to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
Absolutely. I love all the different races. They're so well designed.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Chora's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
She can help us. Just doing my job. Shut up and I'll tell you. She can help us.
Making your day, Ambassador. She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Maybe. We're guessing.
Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
She's on a thingy.
I was on my pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage, that's it.
My rite of passage into adulthood.
Please continue. I know what the pilgrimage... should I ask? I'll ask.
I've never heard of this before.
I have.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
Something of value? And what did you find? Something of value?
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Wicked. Please continue.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved.
I can believe that.
Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to
Why it's jittering?
the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
What's the conduit?
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
The matriarch. Right?
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Which, yes, my brain's just twigged. Didn't we read something about the race that's all female? When they get to the end stage, they become, so it's maiden, matron, matriarch? I remember if the middle one's correct. I remember maiden and matriarch. Don't recognize it. One talking about Reapers. Reapers, what are they? Reapers sounds familiar. I can't remember if I've heard about the Reapers, so I'm going to say, what are they? Reminds me of Firefly.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
So that's what happened to the Protheans.
Far-fetched.
She's right, it's true, it's not far-fetched. I'm going to say it's not far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life, and they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
They need to know, will they believe it? Don't tell them. Will they believe it? That's the question.
This is a lot to handle. They might just ignore everything we tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
What about your quest?
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
You could be useful.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Damn it.
Henderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Oh man, I kind of really like Erdot and Garrus. Right. Biotic strength. Let's take Garrus and Tali. Because Garrus has a vested interest in the council knowing, so does Tali. Erdot was just completing his mission for the broker, right? That's my view. Let's take them. And of course, we're going to need to spend some points in Tali. Electronics. Unlock dampening, advanced overload. Quarian machinist, though young, Tali's a true genius when it comes to dealing with mechanical and electrical equipment. Increased tech resistance, increased shields. Alright, let's go to this. Damping unlocked. And then let's go, yeah, let's go here. Ready strength for sabotage. And then we'll put the rest here. Okay, I will do advanced overload. Oh. No idea what I'm doing with these points, to be brutally honest. We got points? We do! Ooh, I can't intimidate or charm anymore. Let's get some shield boost. And I guess assault training for the remainder. Fitness unlocked. What's fitness? Increased weapon damage. That's nice. And then Garrus, you're going to have some points as well. Let's increase medicine. You unlock electronics. And then decryption. Damping unlocked. Can I not do this? Thank you. And then over here, Turian agent. Oh. Alright, as much as I want to run over to the Citadel immediately and find out what the council... I'm in the Citadel, so the tower, whatever it's called. As much as I want to do that immediately, I have looked at the time. I've been recording for like 2 hours, so I think I should call it here. Really still loving this game. I am a little bit excited. Now we've done most, I think I've explored everything. Is there any way to like see different zones, different maps? Because that would be really interesting. But yeah, I feel like I've covered everywhere. There might be some places on different floors that I haven't explored. But I feel pretty happy with my exploration. And yeah, a little bit unsure about the Hanar priest, the preacher. Not sure if that's going to come bite me in a bad way. I don't know. But hey, you know, I did what I did. But anyway, that's enough from me yattering on. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave me a like. It really does help out the channel. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought of today's episode. And I will say a huge and very special thank you to my wonderful Patreons whose names are scrolling across the screen. And of course, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.